you for joining me once again. And I hope you are all having a great time. Okay. I hope you're all having a great day. It's time for another ASMR imagination dream video. Okay. So, a couple months ago, I don't know when, I had this vivid dream where I went to some theme park. A Six Flags theme park, assume that, where I rode a roller coaster called Kingda Ka. So, Kingda Ka, it's a roller coaster, okay? So, I wanted to share this because I've heard about news regarding this coaster, Kingda Ka, and it is a good time to share this kind of dream to you, kind of like a good way to talk about Kingda Ka, to bring up Kingda Ka, okay? So, in this video, you will experience this dream in your perspective, where you go to this theme park and ride Kingda Ka. So, without further ado, you will start dreaming now, and let's begin. So your dream starts. You happen to be in New Jersey in the US. If you live somewhere else, just assume that you happen to be in New Jersey in the States, in the USA. So you are there for a reason. You are there because your goal is to go to a theme park called Six Flags Great Adventure, because it contains this roller coaster, this green roller coaster, Kingda Ka. You want to experience the second fastest and tallest roller coaster, the tallest and the second fastest roller coaster in the world. Okay. And it is a very nice morning, and you decide to go on this trip to Six Flags theme park. It's called Great Adventure. Okay. And you now happen to travel along the way, and you make your trip right now in your dream. Okay. So, you are now on your way to the park. At first, it is pretty uneventful. Okay. You see lots of forests, you pass through forests, you pass through many farms and fields and highways. And eventually, you arrive at the park. You arrive at the park and you see this big green tower that's sticking up. And in fact, that is Kingda Ka. And you now are at the parking lot, where all you see is a skyline. So you exit out of the parking lot and you see this skyline of roller coasters, a yellow coaster, another green coaster, a red coaster, some other flat rides, and on the left side is the most iconic roller coaster in the park, Kingda Ka. Okay, so you are now entering the entrance, and you pass through your gates. You don't remember what happened at the gates, but you just end up. You remember going into the park. So as you are in the park, you are greeted with lots of shops, lots of hot dog stands and lots of restaurants. Okay. So the park that you are now in looks more vibrant than what's outside. It's like a big party going on. And you see a lot of people waiting in line for coasters. The green coaster, the red coaster, and in the distance is Kingda Ka. So as you go in, you notice that Kingda Ka is quite a distance of walk away, and you want to make your way. You'd now make your way to Kingda Ka, which is your desired ride that you'll go to. Okay. My nose is really, really itchy, and I don't like how it itches so much. So you are at the lobby, and you are making your way towards Kingda Ka. And as you do, something catches your eye. You happen to see this arcade filled with arcade stuff like arcade machines and lots of prizes. That what happens, you get to play a game and you win that prize. You know those carnival prizes that you win when you play a game, and you win something if you make a target, hit a target, or reach a score or something like that. Okay. Alright. So you make your way, it grabs your interest, you look around and you see what you expected. But however, this man comes in front of you, up front to you, approaches you, and says something that makes you want to get out. So it's a guy, and he tells you something that makes you want to leave. And you happen to leave because you do not care. And it's not the main objective. Your desire is not to go stay at that arcade. Your desire is to ride Kingda Ka. Kingda Ka. Alright, Kingda Ka. You're now continuing your way, and you see Kingda Ka, the big green tower that sticks up 456 feet tall or something like that. And it's soup green coaster with blue pipes of support, blue supports or something like that. And you are continuing your way. So as you are continuing your way, you notice something off about this park. You notice houses, not like houses, buildings that contain these shops or these arcades or this picnic area or these restaurants. These are houses that people live, and they're pretty small, but they're like typical houses people living in. And you happen to see the street that goes down, and it is kind of like a curveball. At this point, you do not expect to see a little suburban block inside a theme park. In reality, Six Flags Great Adventure has Kingda Ka, which is one of the coasters, but it does not have like suburban places and suburban streets inside of the park where it has houses of people living inside. And that's kind of weird. Okay. Something that you don't see in reality. Okay. Something like a glitch or something. And off the distance, you see the Kingda Ka coming closer and closer. Not coming closer, you are moving towards it. Okay. And you happen to be there eventually in no time. So now, as you go nearer, you happen to arrive at the station of Kingda Ka. And you are getting pretty excited. And you see the big track. You see the big launch that goes towards the tower that goes up 456 feet. 456 feet up in the air. Okay. So, you happen to move towards the entrance, and the entrance is so much different. In reality, if you don't know, if you want to know more fun fact, Kingda Ka has a wait line where you wait for that roller coaster. You know, when you go on a roller coaster, you have to go fall in line to wait for other people. And in this case, in here, Kingda Ka in reality, if you go to the States and go on Great Adventure and Six Flags, a theme park, Kingda Ka's wait line is outside. Most of the part is in the outdoors, and it goes along a path that goes in between trees, and you go inside the shed, which is the station with the roof. Okay. But however, in the dream that you are in, the station of Kingda Ka is entirely a building itself. There is no wait line outside, not even railings to point to make out lines or something like that. Alright. And you happen to go inside the building, which is apparently the wait line for the dream world of Kingda Ka. The Kingda Ka in your dream world. Okay. So, as you are inside the wait line, there is not a lot of people waiting. So, you are very lucky to not have to wait too long. Okay. Alright. So, as you are inside, you notice something off as well. You notice that you see these play areas, those kiddie play areas. You know, those kiddie play areas that you see in many McDonald's restaurants, like a ball pit, like a kiddie slide, and even trampolines. In your dream, you see lots of trampolines, ball pits, little mazes, and even kiddie slides, as if you are inside like a play area or something while waiting for Kingda Ka. This is also like very unusual, as in reality there is no kiddie play area. In the station of Kingda Ka, you just see the lines that fork and split to the row that you want to sit in Kingda Ka. So, eventually, you happen to be on the train, and it is now your turn to board the train, to go on the train, so that you can ride the Kingda Ka, the anticipated second fastest that you will experience. Okay. And now, as you are on the train, you are now proceeding. The train slowly moves, and out from the shed of the entrance of the station, you go outside. Alright, the train goes outside, and you are now on the train. So, in front of you is another train that is ready to be launched, and in front of that, there you see the big tower of Kingda Ka, the green tower that you would be launched. So, if you don't know what Kingda Ka is and how it works, it is this roller coaster where you start out at a platform. The train starts at a platform, and this train goes from 0 to 128 miles per hour, or 206 kilometers per hour. So 206 kilometers per hour. So this train goes from that to in 3.5 seconds, in reaching that top speed of 206 kilometers per hour. And it goes up this tower that goes up 456 feet, goes over and drops back down, and goes over a hill or something. Alright, and then the ride is over. It is a pretty short ride, and now it is your turn to experience that. Okay, so your dream proceeds, and you see the train get launched from 0 to 206 kilometers per hour, and you see the train go up the tower and come back down. And then your train slowly moves to the launch area. So you are feeling the adrenaline rush right now. Alright. You're slowly feeling your heartbeat as you are expected to launch. You're embracing your experience of being launched. Alright. And now your train stops at the launch area. And then there is this message that says, that speaks something like, arms down, head back, hold on. Okay. And you are expecting, you're waiting for that message, and then you hear it. You hear arms down, head back, hold on. Okay. Alright. Arms down, head back, hold on. Okay. And then, after a short while, you feel the train move. You are expected to feel this insane force that it is exerted on your body, but you somehow don't feel anything. You just feel that you are as if you're still standing still, but you are moving your train with the train going 206 kilometers per hour, and the train is about to go up this hill. So you are now going up the hill, and as you go over the top, something happens. You were expected to go back down and then go back to your station, but you see something totally different. As you go over the hill, you're supposed to see a view of the entire Six Flags Park Great Adventure. However, as you go over the hill, what you see is something different. You see lots of small houses, lots of suburban neighborhood houses. Like, instead of roller coasters that you see around you, you see many suburban houses, as if Kingda Ka in your dream is built in the middle of your neighborhood. And it is in fact the neighborhood that you are currently living. So, if you're living inside a city, you would see cities over Kingda Ka. But if you see suburbs, if you live in a suburban area like me, you would see suburban houses or something like that. You see lots of streets below you, and suburban houses all around you. You don't even see the roller coasters around you, unlike before when you started entering the park. And you happen to forget everything that happens. All you remember is that you ride Kingda Ka. You go up this tower, and over the hill, you see your town that you live in, or something like that. You see something like houses in a residential area, and you happen to forget everything, and eventually wake up. And that will be the end. That will be the end of this dream. So, I hope you enjoyed this dream imagination experience. I have written Kingda Ka a long time ago, and I've heard news that says that this ride is gonna close, but it's kind of not relevant. What's relevant is that you are experiencing ASMR triggers. ASMR triggers while you imagine going through a dream that I had. Alright, so give this video a thumbs up if you happen to get your tingles. I make ASMR formatted videos, from coding videos to dream imagination zero videos, all the way to gameplay videos and fact-telling videos along the way, and other ASMR formatted content as well. So stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you next time.